You continue to be a generous friend and be a blessing to others over and over and over again without being completely depleted, used, and abused. Black people, listen up, please. Children of immigrants, first generation specifically, and even mothers. Yes, this is overstepping because I ain't a mother. I've never raised children, but I've been a child myself. And I understand how parents think, and I've been around enough parents as they've gotten older and when they start reflecting on things. I know that this goes against like everything that women are taught. We're supposed to be selfless. We're supposed to give everybody our last, first, and middle all the time, unconditionally, no questions asked, even if this person wouldn't spit on you if you were on fire. That's what we're taught. That's how we're raised, especially African women. But let me tell you something. As I get older, the more that I understand that too much of anything is not good for anybody. If you are consistently depleting and running yourself dry for the benefit of other people, you are going to have absolutely nothing left. You're actually less of an impact because you're doing more for less people.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amaomi, aka Petite Diva. Now in this video we are checking out some videos from some influencers, people who have some certain advice that I think that women need to listen to. Now one of the people that I'm featuring in this video is Jackie Aina. She has a video where she talked about how to protect yourself if you are a giver. So check that out. I think she's starting a new series on her page, TikTok page, where it's like love letters to myself, where she's like just giving advice to herself and other people that are in the same situation. She's talking about the things that she used to do that she has realized that might be wrong and how she's adjusting and changing things. So let's check out these videos and then I'll come back to share my thoughts.
Tell you something that my mom told me, and I feel like every woman needs to hear this. You were not put on this earth to build a man's dream. You were never put on this earth. That has never been a woman's purpose. And if there's anyone who's selling you that story, that's a lie. That's the complete
Manipulation
lie of narratives that you can never be sold to. Whichever man that you choose, always make sure, this is what she said, always make sure that it aligns to you. It aligns to who you want to become. It aligns to who you are. It aligns to the goals that you want to achieve. It aligns to the dream that you have. Told me that the only reason why women become bitter and even why things like postpartum depression happen is because you absolutely know that if only you would have waited, if only you would have built yourself, if only you would have believed in yourself a little bit more, then this is not the child you would have had, sadly. And even sometimes you look at the innocence of that child and you wonder, why did I choose to give you such a father? That's not the regret that you want to have, okay? That is absolutely not the torture that you want to put on yourself and to the kid that you have just born. You have something that you came on this earth to fulfill. And if that man is not supporting it in any form, whichever, and you not stepping in as an individual that needs to be nourished and grown, then leave it. We were watching a documentary, and guess what? Flamingos lose their pink. Have you seen how flamingos feed their young ones? They literally have to be pricked over here. And the milk has to draw so that the kids can feed on it. Thing is, my love, do not lose your pink on account of somebody who you are not to be coupled up with, even spiritually on a divine level. Time that your dreams are not catered for, the person that you want to become, your higher self is not being catered for, baby girl, that is your sign to dip. That is your sign to leave and be gone. Because you know what? There will be somebody somewhere who it will make sense why you're so organized, why you're over planning and planning. There will be somebody who will be able to hold space, not only for you, but for your dreams. I hope that mommy blessed us all, and I can't wait to catch you in our next discussion.
You continue to be a generous friend and be a blessing to others over and over and over again without being completely depleted, used, and abused. Black people, listen up, please. Children of immigrants, first generation specifically, and even mothers. Yes, this is overstepping because I ain't a mother. I've never raised children, but I've been a child myself. And I understand how parents think, and I've been around enough parents as they've gotten older and when they start reflecting on things. I know that this goes against like everything that women are taught. We're supposed to be selfless. We're supposed to give everybody our last, first, first and middle all the time, unconditionally, no questions asked, even if this person wouldn't spit on you if you were on fire. That's what we're taught. That's how we're raised, especially African women. But let me tell you something. As I get older, the more that I understand that too much of anything is not good for anybody. If you are consistently depleting and running yourself dry for the benefit of other people, you are going to have absolutely nothing left. You're actually less of an impact because you're doing more for less people. And oftentimes these are people who, whether they want to admit it or not, are probably going to eventually take advantage of you. Think of it like this. Water is good for you, right? But even too much water can poison you. I figured out a long time ago that if I keep showing up for people and not checking in and prioritizing myself to some extent, I'm gonna start getting mad at and lashing out at those people. But here's the thing though, it's not their fault. What we know about humans is one thing they're gonna do, put their damn selves first. Even the most well-meaning of people, I mean amazing, upstanding people, are fully capable of taking advantage of the people that they love. And sometimes they don't even do it without realizing it until they're kind of like clocked, you know what I mean? Like until you tell them like, all right, not too much now. And then they're like, yeah, my bad, you're right. Think of like athletes, the ones that don't really come from very much and end up being the first and in many cases the only in their family. And everybody in the family is pretty much surviving off of that one person. Unfortunately, in Black community, you have the Black tax. So it's kind of like you pay your dues and make sure we're all straight. And there's fundamentally like nothing wrong with that. But eventually, if you give too much to too many people, they're not going to learn the ways to survive without you. That's like a really scary predicament to be in. If everybody's relying on you versus being taught the skills to how to replicate what you've done and replicate your level of generosity and showing up for people, if it runs out, it crumbles. The entire structure crumbles. And no matter how awful it feels, saying no sometimes, drawing boundaries, people will call you selfish, especially people who get really comfortable with that level of you always showing up for them because you always did it before. Sometimes, not always. The one time you don't, they're gonna call you selfish. Or they may not say it, but they may think it. And also when you get to the point that you're depleted, parents, I'm now talking to you, your ability to keep your children alive is not a debt that they owe to you, that they have to repay for the rest of their lives. I wish I was taught healthier ways to prioritize myself through life and not be stingy and selfish. That's not what I'm talking about. These are very different conversations. I want to see more Black parents teach healthy ways to raise their children without them getting lost in themselves. Not, I sacrificed the world for you. Okay, thank you. But surely there could have been other ways. I just wish there was a balance, because when you sacrifice quite literally everything for people, it's really difficult not somehow feel a way about it, which rightfully so, because people are just going to keep taking if you keep giving to them. You have to be the person that says, actually, no, actually, it's my turn now. And if I want to keep things for me, then what are you gonna do about it? I'm really intentional on building community. The way that I managed to do that is by finding a good balance of not overdoing it and underdoing it. Continuously being a generous person that shows up for the right people. If I really see somebody struggling and I'm in community with them, or this is a person who's supported me in other ways, these don't always have to be tangible ways. People can support you in more ways than one. Even people who've done nothing for me, ask me for something or a favor, I can say, you've been there before, even in ways that you didn't even realize. Of course, I got you. Then maybe after the second or third time saying, not this time, babe, once or twice, and not the second or third. Friendships and relationships are all about balance. The person who's doing the overextending, I think you're kind of responsible. I take full responsibility for the times where I've helped people that I had no business helping. The ones that now call me selfish, stingy, everything but a child of God. I take full responsibility. Overextending in relationships that were dead a long time ago. Like, baby, that's your L to take, not there.
My biggest piece of advice for navigating adult friendships and actually building meaningful connections with people platonically in your adulthood is to pour into those who pour into you. I recently saw another creator talk about how we actually should be keeping score of those who show up for us and those who don't. And not in a transactional tit for tat, you do this for me, I do this for you type of way, but more from an understanding of adult friendships are 90% effort. You could be best friends on paper, compatible, have the same sense of humor, you feel comfortable around each other, you instantly click, yada yada, but if both people are not putting in effort, where's the friendship? We're not in grade school anymore. We're not just going to see each other on the playground or in class, or our mommies set up a play date for us. Like, every single person has a busy life. Everybody's got their own schedules. They got work. They have a partner. They have this, that, and the third. They might have pets. They might have kids, you know? So it's like, we got to navigate around each other's schedules. And whether that means physically showing up or showing that you care for them in another way, maybe sending a meaningful text or flowers on their birthday, or anything where that person feels loved, and knowing and understanding all of your friends' various love languages and all that, it is a full-time job. With that being said, I do think you can have love and care for somebody, but what they're willing and able to give in a friendship might be different than what you're able and willing to give in a friendship. And so somebody's always going to get their feelings hurt if it doesn't feel like both people are putting in the effort. And that doesn't mean that they're a bad person or a bad friend. And it doesn't mean that you're needy or you're too much or whatever. It just means you might not be compatible as friends. And that's the beauty of being an adult, is that you're not forced to be friends with everybody in your second grade class. You really can pick and choose the people around you. And as corny as it is, our friends are our chosen family. The people who I have in my life, I just turned 29 this weekend, and genuinely the people who I have in my life choose to be there every day, and I choose them. I think every single person deserves that. You deserve to have friends who want to be your friend the same way that you want to be theirs. So, just food for thought.
Now, before I share my own thoughts, I would love to hear what you guys think about some of the things that the ladies that I featured have said in their videos. So please leave your comment in the comment section. Now, I want to highlight some of the things that Jackie Aino said. Was kind of like a confirmation or liberation of how I've been feeling in the past month. Now, I'm someone that gives a lot. I love to give. I like to achieve things and share it around with people. Previously, I used to think that I don't know, I might be kind of a particular kind of way, and because I didn't really see the intensity in a lot of the people that were around me. But then staying with my uncle for the past few years, I realized that it's kind of like a family trait, because my uncle was selfless. Like, I can't believe I'm saying was. My late uncle was selfless to the extent that there's so many people at this funeral, because we just buried him some weeks ago, that were just talking about how he did this, did that. So I didn't even know. I just saw all of them. I'm like, uncle did this, uncle did that, uncle did this. Because he would do things and he will not really like share it. Maybe his wife and some of his kids might know that, okay, he's doing this for this person. They might not even have seen the person, but they will know that there's someone in this state he's doing something for, there's someone in this place he's doing something for, just to let them know that, okay, this was his day. But for him to come out and say, oh, I did this for this person, oh, do you know how much I spent on this person? He never did that kind of thing. Now, he has died. He buried him. I'm crashing out. I'm still struggling because it's 6 years after my mom has died, and I cannot believe that my mom, my grandmother, their mom, and him are dead within 6 years. Like, my mom died in 2018, my grandmother died 2021, and he died 2024. And I have been struggling. I literally cry almost every day, and my body is giving me signs that I might be heading to a place that I don't like. I'm trying to come out of it, but it's a struggle, because there's so many things that is making me feel very, very bad. Because one is the fact that after he has done a lot of things for a lot of people, I don't know, I feel bad that I was not in the position to be able to do a lot of things for him, even if all those other people are not like looking at it from that perspective. Like I said, I'm someone that likes to give, and I really feel like he gave a lot. He deserves to receive a lot. And the fact that I'm not in the position, and I was not in the position to be able to help save his life, and even my mom's life, is really something that is affecting me. Because I feel like if I was wealthy, if I was earning like $500,000 per year, $1 million per year, they will still be alive, because I'd have been able to get them access to the best healthcare system, professionals, and probably they'll still be alive. Even if my uncle is someone, like I said, is very selfless, and he might not have wanted to like tell me about things or even take up the offer for things, but the fact that he knows that, okay, I can afford it and more, he would have been more open to me, because a lot of things happened that I did not know, that kind of affected me, because he didn't really share, because he didn't want to trouble, and the rest, part of his selfless nature that kind of makes me a bit angry, because I wish I knew. Even if I could not do something, I could have asked opinion from other people and maybe would have done things. That's one of the things that is kind of like making me feel this particular kind of way, and almost making me crash out. So while I'm mourning the fact that I could not do things for him, I'm mourning the fact that he's not around to see a lot of milestones. I'm mourning the fact that he was in pain. And for someone that is strong, remembering how it was is really like making me feel very, very bad. So that's how I feel. But when I was crying in church on the day he was being buried, someone who thought she was comforting me was like, don't cry. And me too, I miss him. Now every Christmas he would have given us rice, chicken, oil. And I'm like, at that time it did not click to me. But later I was just like, wait a minute. So some of these people that are missing him or are trying to be mourning with us or are sad, are not sad because, oh, this man was sick, this man has died, this man has died at a young age, in my own opinion, and this man is not going to be alive to see some of the milestone that he deserved to have seen. This man is not able to get some of the love back that he should have gotten. It's the fact that there is no one to give them rice, oil, and chicken during Christmas. So if you find someone that replaces him, like some people were telling me that God will replace the things that he has been doing in my life, and I'm like, so if they get someone to replace him with the giving, they will not miss him, then it's not something to be sad about. It really like triggered me, and it just made me realize that a lot of people who like people that give them things, when something happens to those people, they are not unhappy because they are sad for the person that something is happening to, but they are happy because they are realizing, oh, this person might not be able to give me what I always wanted, give me the things that I need. This person might not be able to be there anytime that I want something for the person. And it just kind of triggered in my brain that, wait, these things that I'm doing, that I am putting myself last, is not a good thing. Now, like I said in one of my other videos, that there was something that happened late last year that triggered me to start thinking, I can't be doing this all the time. Was when I realized that I was putting myself last. Like I said in that video, I said I wanted to get a phone, but I was not looking at other people and all the things that they needed, and I canceled the thought of getting new phone that would have helped my content creation. I said, no, it's not necessary. Let me do this for other people. And then I saw some of the people that I put first, and I noticed that they were putting themselves first and not others first. And I was like, wait a minute. Did I make a mistake? Because when I checked my finances, when I checked what I earned in the last 3 months, I just realized I could have bought the phone in twice over. So I could have bought 2 of the phones. And I did not, because I was taking other people's burden. I was trying to help out, to give people, do this, do that, and forgetting that in my content creation videos do well because I got a new phone that was helping me create content the way that I wanted, that I could even do more for people, because there's a huge possibility I will earn more than what I was earning, and I'll be able to do more for people, and also more for the people that matter a lot to me. Some of my family members that really like mattered a lot to me. And I was just thinking about the fact that if I had been focusing on doing a lot of things for myself and trying to move myself to a point where I'm wealthy enough to take up things for the people that matter to me, maybe I would not feel so bad about the fact that I could not do a lot for my uncle if I had focused so much on elevating myself and I got to a point where things were like moving well and things were doing well. When we were looking for some things and doing some things, I could have been more of a help to him than all the other people that I was doing things for. And this whole thing of not doing things for everybody, I just realized that I have to do that. And Jackie and I's video just like helped me to realize that, yes, the thought that I had that I don't want to be doing everything for everybody anymore is a good thing, and it's not a selfish thing. It's something that I really, really need to consider if I want to reach the point where I want to be able to help the people that matter the most. She said something about that, the people that matter the most. And it's true that you need to focus on the people that matter the most. And the other people, yes, you can give them one or twice, but not all the time. Personally, I used to do almost all the time. There were times I would have almost the last $30 in my account or last $10 in Naira, and somebody will need something, and I will like maybe share it and give them the amount that they need. And I will, because I always have this thought that, okay, I will survive, I don't really need a lot. And then when I'm receiving another money very soon, I will be like, okay, I'll manage till that time. But just realize that people will not do that. People will not do that for you. An average person, like Jackie and I said, is selfish. And they will see it as being selfish. They see it as being putting themselves first. But you that always put them first, if you decide to cut it off for a while, you are selfish, you are acting up, you are being somehow. And I just realized that I have to just have a balance and do what is best for me, at least 70% of the time. Now, someone said that you have to pour into people who pour into you similarly, and it's a good advice, even for family, not only just about friendship, even for family. Because there's some family members that don't really like you, but if you have something that they can get from you, they would be chummy. But once they've gotten what they want, they will just discard you. If you never give them any of the things that they want, they will never ever associate with you. It's the same thing with friends and people around you that want to use it. So I've been trying lately to put myself first. I've been trying lately to organize my finances, and I kind of did that well in January, so I'm happy about that. Hopefully this month, February, I'll move a step forward and I would focus on myself and my dreams, because my dreams are valid and I need to focus on them, because I've been delaying them for so long because of other people. And hopefully I would have the means and more than enough means to achieve what I wanted to achieve, even if it makes me look selfish and people don't associate with me as much anymore. I don't really care, because I've done a lot, and nobody can say I've not done a lot. Anyway, that is my own thought about selflessness, being selfish, pouring into people that pour back into you in the same amount. I don't know what you guys think about this video. I would love to hear your thoughts, so please leave your comments in the comment section so that we can get this discussion popping. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now, with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.